Good afternoon. I'm Ms. Jackie Luraburar, faculty member from the College of Accounts and Business. It is my pleasure to be your host in this webinar, The Introduction to Miles. On behalf of FEU Diliman family, especially from the College of Accounts and Business, we would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. To our old and new students, to the parents of course, we miss you all. We are very excited to start our classes in this new normal. You know, there is no need for us to be left behind. FEU schools are ready to deliver what you need to learn and how you're going to learn without sacrificing our students' safety and health. So this is the Introduction to Miles, a webinar for tertiary students. The question what it is all about is the questions that I know are very excited to know and to learn about Miles. So this afternoon, we will going to have our very first time to see how to use Miles and how you can learn from it. All of your questions will bring up on the questions and answer portion. Just type your questions in the chat box with your year level and program. Okay, just a reminder that we will pick questions that are only related to this presentation of Miles, so as to give focus on this mode of learning. But not related to Miles will be gathered and we will have another forum or other way to address that. Now, to formally start our introduction to Miles, let us first hear our very own Dr. Iris Wantas, Coordinator of Computer Studies, FEU Diliman. Dr. Iris Wantas, please.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to formally welcome you to the Introduction to Miles webinar on behalf of the College of Accounts and Business, Dr. Jennifer S. Florida, and Engineer Remelita H. Avenito. Through this webinar, we hope to address the most pressing concerns students may have for this upcoming academic term. The pandemic has truly impacted all aspects of life, including education. So to adapt to the current challenges, education must be reinvented. We all need to adjust the way you learn and the mode by which we deliver academic instruction. One consolation we have in this trying time is the availability of modern technology to aid us in continuing our goal for excellence, despite the many limitations. With this, we proudly present the Mastery-Based Individualized Learning Enhancement System, or simply MILES, for FEU Diliman, FEU Alabang, and FEU Tech. MILES is a pioneering and innovative online platform for learning and teaching. Aside from the digital classrooms, it also includes the MILES app or Mastery Network Map that further supplements your access to quality education through the interconnected courses. Now, you can review past courses to help you prepare for the current courses you are taking. You can now view future courses where you will be using competencies developed in a currently enrolled course. MILES also has the big blue button feature comparable to a one-stop shop for student-related services where you can send messages to all offices. Using this feature, you can make inquiries, give comments and suggestions, and others. Using MILES for the virtual delivery of instruction, we aspire to give you access to education that is flexible, safe, and convenient. MILES is also designed to meet your individual needs and allows you to work at your own pace, but learning through MILES still requires your perseverance, time management, and hard work. From here, we move forward. Instead of seeing just the existing restrictions and difficulties ahead, let us seize this as an opportunity to find creative and innovative ways to fulfill your aspirations of quality education through MILES. Stay connected and stay safe, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Iris Wantes, for that very informative message. You know, when we have that kind of message, we are becoming more positive, and it gives us hope that even in this kind of situation, we still stand and do great. Now, moving forward to the heart of this presentation, the introduction to MILES, let us all welcome Mr. Alan Joseph R. Bacchus, our Program Director from the College of Accounts and Business. Sir Bacchus, you may now proceed with your presentation.
Good afternoon, Tamaraos. I hope that you are all well and safe. Before we proceed to the MILES presentation, allow me to acknowledge the presence of the following associates on behalf of Dr. Jennifer Florida, Executive Director, FEU Diliman, Engineer Remelita Avenido, Executive Director, FEU Alabang. We are glad this afternoon to be joined by and will help us answer your questions in the Q&A part of this webinar, Dr. Iris Wanatas from the College of Computer Studies, Mr. Jojit Alcalde, the Canvas Administrator, Ms. Maria Jason Cadete, BSA Canvas ACAD Support, Ms. Jackie Raborar, the BSBA Canvas ACAD Support. I am Mr. Alan Joseph Bacus, the Program Director for College of Accounts and Business. Now, let's proceed to the detailed presentation. Welcome to the Introduction to MILES, an acronym for Mastery-Based Individualized Learning Enhancement System, a webinar for tertiary students of College of Accounts and Business, the students of BS in Accountancy, BS in Business Administration, major in Financial Management and Business Analytics, Marketing Management and Multimedia Development, and Operations Services Management. COVID-19 isn't a usual disruption. It is a pandemic that will have a long-term repercussions on institutions and businesses if not dealt with cautiously and strategically. Learning particularly must be handled in a different fashion. As educators or stakeholders, you will still need to make sure that learning is delivered even when people can't attend physical classrooms or meet face-to-face. With work from home and learn from home emerging as a new normal, you will need to look at rapidly transitioning from the conventional learning to a low-contact online learning. The traditional learning delivery setup involves, of course, the classroom training. Your professors regularly engage face-to-face with learners, indulge in classroom activities, discussions, follow-ups. There is also a possibility of time being invested in travel, as we all know the traffic in the metro. With so many considerations, learning using this approach takes more time and has multiple dependencies. On the other hand, online learning can happen anywhere at any time and requires minimal face-to-face or none at all interaction between the professors and the learners. Transactions and activities are being done online. Now, we would like to introduce to you the MILES, the Mastery-Based Individualized Learning System, an online platform of FEU Institute of Technology, FEU Alabang, and FEU Diliman. It is a pioneering and innovative online education which offers individualized learning and aims for mastery of the courses in your chosen program or fields of specialization. It is powered by Canvas, Office 365. That is why you will be having also Office account. This is where you log in going to Canvas and the MILES app itself. The G Suite for Education, and the different app integrated in Canvas, such as Big Blue Button app, which plays a vital role in the individualized learning, features of MILES through provision of platform for consultations, tutorials, and academic mentoring. What are the different features of MILES? We have the mastery-based learning, individualized or personalized learning, and the MILES app itself. Let's begin with outlining what mastery-based learning is. Mastery-based learning is an instructional approach where students need to demonstrate a deep level of understanding of a topic or subject area before progressing onto another topic or subject area. Essentially, having ability to solve a calculation, especially in accounting or in taxation or even in business mathematics, is not enough. Students now need to have ability to justify their calculations, saying it is correct or incorrect because, and they must be able to solve related word problems in context. Mastery-based learning surrounds itself in the premise that different students will take different paths to attain the desired understanding. And different students may need more or less time on topics or subject areas than others. The individualized or personalized learning. To get an idea of what personalized learning is, try to picture a classroom that doesn't have a one-size-fits-all approach to education. The teacher doesn't lead all students through the same lessons. Instead, the teacher guides each student on an individualized learning or journey. The what, when, where, and how of learning is tailored to meet each student's strength, skills, needs, and interests. The Miles Up. It is also known as the Mastery Network Up. So all students enrolled were given a network of their course through the Miles Up. Next slide, please. Miles has three A's, such as academic materials, assessments, and academic consultation and mentoring. In the academic materials, it is composed of video lectures, video PowerPoint presentation, lecture presentation, exercises and assessments, supplementary and reinforcement materials, the open educational resources, and other tools and applications available in Canvas. Assessments. Mastery is aimed at its subtopics of a course. Thus, and ungraded evaluations are provided in the mastery level to prepare students to perform in the graded evaluation. The academic consultation and mentoring. These are the tutorials before and after the assessment. Scheduled online discussion, conferencing, also include individual consultation, the one-on-one session for small group discussion. Consultation is also part with other unit of the academic community. Okay, to illustrate more about Miles, you may have heard the question, what is a learning management system? Maybe quite a few times before. To some extent, a LMS is what every administrator wants it to be. It creates digital learning experience, aiding teachers in the teaching and students in learning. Miles will cover 4 categories, such as content and data organization, which will answer the question, how are academic materials and expected output designed and displayed? The second one is the mastery-based learning design, and it will answer the question, how do we achieve the process of learning mastery? The third one is the mastery network integration, which will answer the question, how does interconnection of related courses aid in mastery? And the fourth one is individualized and personalized learning, and will answer the question, how will this be integrated and made available for students? The content and data organization. Mostly, content in LMS are module-based, meaning materials and modules, say for example, module 1, 2, 3, are uploaded and can be accessed. If it's module-based, it makes harder for the faculty members to determine the learning difficulty of students, which needed academic intervention, because modules consist of different topics. To solve this in Miles, each module is divided into different subtopics, because identification of subtopics is a key to provide individualized learning. We can identify learning difficulty of students, and also the students can understand better a certain module because it is already subdivided. Each subtopic has different resource materials. With this, it is now differentiated learning where the platform is designed to customize course content and assessment tailored to the needs of different types of learners. The mastery-based learning design. This is one of the unique features of Miles. Miles provides different online materials for subtopics where can be viewed anytime. Each subtopic requires evaluation, and if mastery was acquired, then the student will proceed to the next subtopic. If not, Miles provides materials such as supplementary, reinforcement, and consultation, making sure that the mastery is achieved. The integration of Mastery Network. With this feature in Miles, it connects or links to the previous and future courses to enrolled active course. The previous course will serve as a review material that can help students to understand more on the enrolled active course. Advanced or future course provides related modules or topics that is related to the enrolled active course. For example, if the student is enrolled in intermediate accounting, the intermediate accounting will be the active course and it is connected to the previous course. Let's say, for example, basic or fundamentals in accounting or accounting theory and practices, which can be used as refresher review material. While, for example, advanced cost accounting is also linked as future course to prepare the students for an advanced topics for academic enhancement and readings. One of the innovative and revolutionary features in the field of digital platform is the integration of Miles app, which can only be found in our institution, FEU Institute of Technology, FEU Alabang, and FEU Diliman. Miles provides all links related to previous and future course from the enrolled active course. In this graphical presentation, at the center column, that is the enrolled or active course. The first column from the left is the previous course, while the third column is the advanced or future course. All these are connected. The relationship of the courses can now be visualized in this network map. The significant and important aspect of this, you can able to determine needed previous subjects in order to excel and present and future courses. This will serve as a guide and a reference to the students in their academic journey to be more competent of becoming future accountants, business managers, and business professionals someday. Miles Up allows panning, zoom in, zoom out, zoom reset, and zoom hover. The panning capability of Miles, unlike the static map, Miles allows the swiveling of camera from a fixed position. All directions are allowed horizontal, vertical, and even diagonal. And you can navigate your network map. The zoom in and zoom out button. These are built-in camera function of Miles and let you examine the map closely to get to see the big picture of the map. With this feature, you can clearly see the connections of each modules and topics with the enrolled or active course. The reset zoom. This is to allow you to return to the original zoom value. The course hover. The course hover is another interesting function of Miles Up. When you hover your mouse over a certain course, it allows you to the connection directly attached to it. And to simulate this different function of Miles Up, let us all watch this short clip. Going back to my presentation, next slide, please. The individualized or personalized learning. Individualized or personalized learning essentially instruction that is tailored to students' strengths and weaknesses. And to support individualized learning, the following methods will be conducted. small group discussions, tutorials, academic mentoring, and academic consultation. A small group discussion in Miles, the faculty members can conduct a small virtual class in the form of a small group discussion to provide necessary academic intervention that can improve students' academic performance or review in preparation for future evaluation and academic activities. The tutorials. This is to support students with learning difficulty. The faculty members are monitoring the academic journey of the students. With this, the faculty members can conduct academic tutorials to help the students to understand better certain topic. The academic mentoring and consultation, this can be achieved, for example, they want to further enhance their knowledge in different courses, or if they want to be reviewed or mentored with the different enrolled courses. The mode of delivery present in Miles, generally, these are synchronous and asynchronous mode. Miles would most likely use the asynchronous mode, but would also use synchronous from time to time. Synchronous mode of delivery allows students and teachers to meet at different locations at the same time. There will be a specific schedule which will require the students and professors to be online. Most activities involved in this mode are online studies through chat, video, or video conferencing. A synchronous mode of delivery is the most used in Miles, where learners are learning a course at your own time and pace. Materials and activities using this mode of learning are designed for self-study, which involves watching, reading, and listening to different types of content. Next slide, please. The three modes of learning under Miles are the fully online, blended online, and the blended face-to-face. In fully online, this learning mode recommended for students who have unlimited cellular data or stable internet access with computer devices suitable for their course requirements. With fully online, all learning materials and lectures and assignments are uploaded in advance in Miles. This option has no fixed class schedule, so students can study the educational materials at their own pace and convenience. The learning materials are accessible 24/7 and may be downloaded and printed for study even offline. Fully online allows them review lessons from past courses and gives a preview of the next course. Consultations with faculty, academic mentoring, and assessments will be done online as well. The blended online is favorable for students with limited internet access. Students are provided with educational materials via digital learning packet or printed learning packet. Since learning packets are not internet dependent, access to the internet reduced and needed only for faculty consultations and assessments. Digital learning packets, or the DLP, are flash drives that contains all learning materials, including video, video lectures, and learning activities. Printed learning materials or packets, or the PLP, are hard copies of the same learning materials. These packets will be sent out to students upon request for a minimal fee via courier. The blended face-to-face requires minimal access to internet and will be made available once the government allows resumption of physical classes. This option balances online learning with an on-campus interaction. Classes and lab courses that requires personal interactions will be under this option. Limited slots will be offered to ensure social distancing and other health protocols. This option will be accessible once we are allowed to resume campus classes. Miles offers different add-ons. The first add-ons, the first Miles add-ons is what we call the Canvas Parent app. It enhances the potential for parents in their students' or children's education. Parents could review upcoming and past assignments, check on their child's grade, receive alert for student activities. It can be used by any Canvas user with an observer account, so the parent can use the Canvas or parent app on Android devices above Android 5.0 or later, or iOS devices using iOS at 10.0. The second add-ons that we have in Miles is the one-stop shop. With big blue button, it allows you to channel to different units, academic and non-academic support, such as registrar, English Resource Center, student activities, mathematics resource center, the clinic, guidance unit, and accounting. The third add-ons is the Macro Hill Connect, our partner in delivering quality and top-notch education, an international textbook and digital learning solution provider. Basically, your Miles Canvas would have functions like home, announcement, assignments, discussions, grades, people, pages, files, syllabus, outcomes, quizzes, modules, conferences, collaborations, and settings. And of course, the Miles app. Other add-ons like Parent app and Big Blue Button app, and this additional Macro Hill Connect. Next slide, please. Macro Hill Connect is a web-based assignments and assessment platform that helps you connect students to their coursework and to success beyond. As we discussed, we are shifting from the traditional formula of education, which involves face-to-face classes where time is constant and learning is variable, into mastery learning where you study at your own time and learning is always constant. So before we move on to the Q&A, let us watch a short video to give you a glimpse of what to expect in Miles.
So this is how your Miles classroom looks like. Upon opening a course, you will land to the syllabus page, wherein you can see an overview of the topics that will be tackled for a particular subject. You can also see the grading system, as well as your prescribed textbook. If you will click the modules, you will see the subtopics covered by that particular module. So for example, you want to know the coverage of financial statements. So the subtopics under financial statements is a financial statement, which is subtopic 1. Then subtopic 2, statement of financial position and notes to financial statements. Subtopic 3, statement of comprehensive income and statement of changes in equity. Then lastly, statement of cash flows, which is subtopic 4. So the most important tab perhaps is the modules tab. So let's go to the modules tab. This is where you will spend most of your time because this is where you will be reading materials and answering assessments to pass the course. Basically, you have to go through this module sequentially. You have to start from module 0. Likewise, you also have to finish module 1 before proceeding to module 2. So module 2 is the related parties and events after the reporting period. Or you have to finish first subtopic 1 before proceeding to the next subtopic. So you can't go to subtopic 3 first before reading or answering the contents of subtopic 1 and subtopic 2. Okay, so your reading materials consist of PowerPoints and video courseware. After reading such, you can take the formative assessment. So again, formative assessments are not graded. Its purpose is to test your mastery about a particular topic. If in case you do not pass formative assessment, you can read the supplementary materials or supplementary readings provided by your professor, or you can schedule an online consultation with your professor. You can now proceed to the next subtopic. After finishing all subtopics under a module, you can now take the summative assessment. Of course, before you take the summative assessment, you have to be ready first because summative assessment is graded. So you can read the study guide also provided by your instructor or professor, and you can attend the preparation or the lecture or online preparation scheduled by your professor. After answering the summative assessment, you can now proceed to the next module. So from time to time, your professor can also post some discussion. So let's go to the discussions tab where you can reply and interact with your professor and other learners in your class, like this one. So your professor has a discussion about Module 1 financial statements. So she is asking what component or components of the financial statements you want to learn more about. So you can answer, I want to learn more about statement of cash flows. So other learners can like your comment or your reply if they also want to have they also want to learn more about statement of cash flows. So another in the announcement tab, you can see announcements by your professor like this one. So you can check what's the content of the announcement. So for example, we will be having our preparation lecture for Module 1 Summative Assessment on July 27, 2020, 10 a.m. via Microsoft Teams. Here's the link. So she can provide or you can reply to the announcement of your professor. Sorry, this is 2020, not 2018. Okay, so basically, that is the content of your Miles classroom.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Jai, for preparing the video. Thank you very much, Ma'am Jai, for preparing the video. I think that would be all for my presentation. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tamaraws.
Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you so much, Sir Bacchus, for an enlightening and entertaining presentation of the new modes of learning under the Mastery-Based Individualized Learning Enhancement System, or MILES. I believe that after this presentation, you are now excited to navigate that to your own Canvas account, isn't it? Okay, so let's move on to the question and answer portion. Okay, I can see a lot of questions already posted, so let me read to the first one. First question is coming from the BSA student, third year. How can MALS be used as advantage to prepare us in the CPA board exam? I think Ma'am Jason Cadete can answer this question.
So thank you, Ma'am Jackie. That's a good question, no? So in Miles, all of the assessment, whether graded or not, will be done online and some will be timed. It will be a great avenue for you to practice your skills answering questions online because you've been trained in a physical classroom setup to answer a pen and paper test. So right now, I think the Professional Regulation Commission has created a task force for computer-based board examination. So Miles setup will be an opportunity for you to be flexible in answering exams. As we all know, the CPA board exam in practice is moving towards being at par with our ASEAN counterparts. So you are not just a Philippine CPA, you will be an ASEAN CPA as a part of our ASEAN integration. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Jason, for that very detailed answer. Now let me read to you the second question from BSBFM BA first year. The question is, can we access our Canvas? Did the admin started rolling out credentials to these services? How can we access MALS? I believe that Sir Georgette Alcalde can better answer this question. Sir Georgette, please.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Jackie. So I would like to answer first the question on how to access Miles. For the old student, the same old process. All you have to do is log in your Canvas credentials through Office 365. So at portal.office.com, of course, enter your login name and password. click on all apps, click on FEU Canvas icon, and then of course you will be requested to accept Miles courses that you are enrolled in. For the new students, so if you have an access with your portal, so services will be attached there. So all you have to do is, of course, click on the tab and then it will give you instructions on how to log in Canvas, such that default password will be given, and as well as the instructions on the Office 365 authentication will also be provided. As to when Canvas will be activated or did admin started rolling out the credentials already? So actually, we traditionally activate Canvas accounts 1 week or 2 weeks before the start of the class. So activating it requires you to have an access on the portal so that you will know the instructions on how to access Canvas. That would be all. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Georgette Alcalde, for that very clear answer. Now we have another question from BSBA MMMD second year. Can I change from fully online to blended online anytime? I think this question can better answer by Dr. Iris Wanatas.
You can select the learning mode once you are enrolled. So for this question, yes, you can change the learning mode as long as the digital learning packets or the printed learning packets has not yet been sent or prepared. So that's it, Ma'am Jackie.
Thank you very much, Dr. Iris. Next, for the fourth question, how discussions be implemented in mass? How about for the courses that needs interaction? Is there a scheduled class hour, especially for major courses that are hard to demonstrate? I think I can answer this question. So in mass, all learning materials, lectures, and assignments are uploaded in advance on mass, as Sir Bacchus discussed earlier. This option has no fixed class schedules, so students can study the educational materials at their own pace and convenience. The learning materials are accessible 24/7 and may be downloaded and printed for study even offline. Fully online allows you to review lessons from past courses and gives a preview of the next course. Consultations with faculty, academic mentoring, and assessments will be done online as well, so you can really master the lessons. Okay, so we have another question from BSBA second year. The question is, in the classroom, we gain mastery from the solving accounting problems through board works and seat works, and the professor is readily available to answer whenever we have questions. My question is, how this will be done or implemented during asynchronous online classes? Okay, I think this question can better answered by Ma'am Jason Cadete. Ma'am Jason, please.
Okay, so that's the function of online consultation. During online consultation, your professor will have the opportunity to discuss the topics you are having a hard time gaining mastery. So there you can ask your professor and your professor can answer you real time. Thank you,
Okay.
Jackie.
Thank you, Ma'am Jason Cadete. Now we have another question from BSB MMMD third year. How can we reset the password for Canvas account if we lost access to it? Okay, this question I believe is for Sir Georgette Alcaide to answer. Sir Georgette, please.
Thank you, Ma'am Jackie, again. So password can be reset by clicking on Forgot My Password. And then after that, you will be prompted on verification steps wherein you will be asked to enter your authentication phone number and or your authentication email, wherein link will be sent to you on how to change your password. But if you have not provided your authentication phone number and or your authentication email the first time you access Canvas through Office 365, all you have to do is contact us or one of the academic support of College of Accounts and Business, either Ma'am Jai Cadete or Mom Jackie Raburar. Of course, give them your details such as your name, your student number, login name, and then we will be requesting for password reset at FEU Manila, and we will be notifying you as soon as the request has been granted. That's all, ma'am.
Wow, thank you very much, Sir Georgette Alcalde, for that very detailed answer. Now let me read to you another question from BSBA OSM. Can I use Miles on my mobile device? I believe that this question can be better answered by Dr. Iris Wanatas. Dr. Iris, please.
Thank you, Ma'am Jackie. So for the Miles on mobile device, you can access Miles in Canvas from any browser on your Android or iOS mobile device. However, there might be features that may not function as expected compared in a fully supported desktop browser, such as the conferences using the big blue button. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Iris Manatas. Another question from BSBA FMBA second year. Our materials, lessons, and activities will just be given to us, then we will just answer it. If we don't get or understand the lessons, and what is the approach in attendance? This question is from BSBF MBA second year. I think this is similar to the question that has been brought up earlier. So, same answer. All learning materials, lecture, and assignments are uploaded in advance on Miles. This option has no fixed class schedule, so students can study the educational materials at their own pace and convenience. The learning materials are accessible 24/7 and may be downloaded and printed for online or study or even online. Fully online allows you to review lessons from past courses and gives a preview of next course. Consultation with faculty, academic mentoring, and assessments will be done online as well, so you can really master the lessons. The system will recognize your attendance as soon as you open your Mouse account. The attendance is applicable only on the faculty consultation. Next question we have from BSBA first year. How could Miles help us to better appreciate and understand accounting courses? I think this question can better answer by Miss Jason Cadete. Ma'am Jason, please.
So to answer that question, so in a physical classroom setup, most if not all of your accounting and law professors encourage you to come to class prepared. So meaning we expect that at least you have read your lessons in advance. So we always remind you that because that will save you time in studying the topics that is easy for you to understand. Thus, you can focus more on the topics you are having a hard time with. With Miles, we are somehow assured that you are really studying your lessons through the use of Mastery Path and answering formative assessments as first checkpoint of understanding the topic. Then next, if after answering the formative assessment, you are still having a hard time with a particular topic, you can now consult your professor. So it's like when you're in a physical classroom, you don't have to attend classes for topics you already understand and focus your time in attending discussions you need to understand more. So in essence, with Miles, you can efficiently manage your time. And for us professors, we are assured that you really can understand the subject matter. Thank you, Ma'am Jackie.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Jason, for that very informative answer. Now we have another question from BSBA MMD first year. Can we choose our schedule? I believe Sir Bacchus can better answer this question. Sir Bacchus, please.
I think if the question pertains to the schedule posted in the student portal, as I mentioned, Miles will offer both asynchronous and synchronous mode of delivery. Mostly asynchronous and synchronous from time to time. At the beginning of the classes, your professors will announce the calendar or provide the calendar. With this, you will be informed as to when you should be online for some discussions that requires to be online. Of course, the academic mentoring and consultation is also online, as well as tutorials. I think that's all, Ma'am Jackie.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Bacchus. I believe that we already captured all the important questions. Anyway, you can still access this video if you like to our link posted on your FB account. Okay, so before we end this program, I would like to thank Sir Bacchus, our program director from the College of Accounting Business, Dr. Iris Wanatas, Sir Georgette Alcalde, Maria Jason Cadete, Ma'am Cristina Valencia, and Mr. Patrick Malyari for assisting us this afternoon. And of course, to our beloved students, welcome and we miss you all. Thanks for your time and see you soon.